Hello, I'm Paulina. I tend to kill plants, and when I was 17, I was really obsessed with reading classics. Ever since, I've stopped. I went on a classics hiatus, and that ends today. I saw a TikTok of a girl sharing the perfect April read. I bought it immediately. It's called Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. It's supposed to give a White Lotus. It's about these 4 women who go off to a castle in Italy, and I just trusted this girl. So in this video, I'm going to be reading 2 different classics, this one being the first one. So I've reached chapter 6, I think. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's about these 2 ladies who decide to run away from London, specifically from their husbands. They've had enough of them. One's husband is too much, and the other's husband is not enough. They see an advertisement for a castle in Italy, and they jump on the advertisement and find 2 other ladies who are willing to split the cost with them. And I feel like it's really a story about these ladies who miss single life. And I think it just shows that single life should never be taken for granted. At one point, one of the ladies wakes up and notices how amazing it is to wake up alone and not have anyone hog space, and you can pull up the blankets if you want to. And I think it's just a really beautiful testament to single life and how these ladies just wanted a month to be single and not have to take care of their husbands. Happens to be many months later, and I am now finally editing the video, and I realized I never actually talked about what I thought about this book. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I love this read. It was wonderful. It was truly splendid. I enjoyed every second of this book. It's small, digestible. It was written within the last 100 years, so it's a little easier to understand than some of the other classics. It was just honestly a perfect April read. I can't lie, it was wonderful. But I did mention that the story is about singleness, and although parts of it still is, honestly it's just a story of finding yourself and accepting the people you love, and realizing the people you love come as they are. Who even are you to change that? Although this book changes perspectives really quickly and doesn't give you a warning when it happens, so just be aware, it is very confusing at times. Overall, a really wholesome book, and I'm happy this was my first one entering back into my classic reading era, because it's not very intimidating, and it was just wonderful, perfect, delicious. I ate it up. One thing I've always wanted to do was read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I'm finally making myself read it. I told my best friend Fario that I was gonna read this like years ago, so I'm finally doing it. And I actually started a couple of days ago and filmed it. I was just not in the mood to film. And I've read a handful of classics in my life. It's definitely something I enjoy, but it takes a lot of brain power, and this is definitely the hardest classic I have ever read. I feel like I've been reading this for multiple days and I'm still only on page 47. I keep finding myself having to Google phrases and try to find someone on Reddit to explain it to me, but you know, we're learning and we're only gonna get better. I do understand why this is such a famous book though. It is truly very beautiful. I am very much enjoying it, and it's also kind of an ego boost, you know. Oh yeah, I'm reading Pride and Prejudice, you know. It's just like a normal Thursday. Pride and Prejudice, if you're unaware, is a romance. It's a love story between the 2 eldest sisters of a household and 2 eligible bachelors that come and visit the town. Mr. Bennet, no, that's their dad, Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy. The tea is that the eldest sister Jane and Mr. Bingley hit it off immediately. They keep saying that Jane is like the most beautiful, she's just so nice to be around, just a very pleasant individual. But then Elizabeth, which is the second oldest, is known to be very witty, quick-mouthed, has a lot of opinions, and is very smart. She's the smartest of the 5 sisters. She initially really dislikes Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy has a lot of pride. He is very snobby. He is always saying how the town folk are better than the country folk, and they're country folk. And they initially don't hit it off, they don't like it, but Mr. Darcy starts seeing something in Elizabeth that he really likes. So it's really fun, actually. This is also giving Bridgerton vibes, and Bridgerton is being released soon, season 3. I feel like this is setting me up to really enjoy season 3 of Prejudice. Good morning. It is the next day. I am now 130 pages in. I have made it to part 2 and I am genuinely loving this book. I now want to read all of Jane Austen's books, which I own, so maybe a future video. I have a goal of reading 100 pages today, so I have about 90 left. I'm really starting to get the hang of the way she writes and understanding the sentences I was very struggling with earlier. I also didn't realize that this book was written 211 years ago, which is crazy because the last classic I read, The Enchanted April, was written in the 1920s. I understand why I was struggling so much. I significantly overestimated my reading abilities yesterday. I read like 50 pages. I'm setting a goal of 20 pages for today. I love my lesson. Turns out I also did not record my review on Pride and Prejudice, but oh my gosh, this is gonna go down in history as one of my all-time favorite books ever. I truly fell in love with this story. Once you get in and get used to the way it's written, and it is hard to read given that it was written over 200 years ago, wow, you get so hooked on this story. It's just such a classic. It is, duh, it's a classic romance. Like so many romances were based loosely on this, and you read this and you just have so much appreciation for Jane Austen. It was beautiful. The slow burn romance, the way it was written, the drama. Never read drama like this before, baby. It was really good. After reading this, I'm definitely gonna go and read more of Jane Austen's work because I truly have such deep appreciation for this, and I can't wait to go watch the movie now because everyone talks about the movie and how much they love it. And this book is just truly so phenomenal, so beautiful. This wraps up our video on reading these two classics. I can't wait to make more videos of reading more Jane Austen books because I truly loved it so much. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. Please subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.